Okay, got a video going here with the motor, the brand new motor or replacement motor in ESC came this morning. Got the motor in the boat, and Gary, I've got the 19 tooth pinion on it, and whenever you're ready, the boat's going to be ready to put the prop in the water and do the amp test. And then, weather permitting, put it in round pond, make a couple of quick passes, bring it in, check the motor. If the motor's not hot, then we'll say make 4 passes, bring it in, check it. Then if it's still okay, go make 6 passes and just keep building up. Maybe at that point, if it's starting to get warm, we'll just do, well, we do 1 or 2 passes, whatever. Doesn't make any difference. Anyhow, we once again have got a blue light and a red light whenever we power up. Okay, so I'm turning on, got the transmitter turned on. The ESC on-off switch is in the off position. I'm plugging the battery in right now. Okay, now I'm turning the on-off switch on, and I don't know if you can see it or not. Matter of fact, I'll take the camera out of the vise that I'm holding here, and as you can clearly see, we got the blue light over here, and then if I hold my finger over it, you can see the red light. So you got a blue light, red light. And now the camera's going back in the vise. Fan's going on the ESC. I can hear it. Okay, there we go. Got it set up now, finally. And here we go. Gonna give it, I'll hold the boat up so you can see. So you can see the servo moving, and as a matter of fact, just hold it up a little better. Working good. Now we'll do that little magic thing that we couldn't do the other day. That's forward, there's reverse, and here's forward all the way up to top speed. I believe it's still going to be quick. Okay, so that's it. Now the only other thing I want to show you, and I'll tell you exactly what I've got yet to do. I'll show you what I have done. I went over and got some 3/8 inch copper tubing at Lowe's. Couldn't bend it. I tried to bend it, tried to shape it, and it immediately kinked on me. So then I straightened that out best I could, cut off some, and then I tried to heat it, and that still didn't work. So I took the pipe, or took the 3/8 inch copper tubing over to Lush Heating and Plumbing and asked them if they could do something with it, and they said no, it's too big for their little devices that they use to bend with. And but he had this device clearly was made for a 1/4 inch, so I had him take 1/4 inch tubing. I ended up paying $5, no big deal. Took him about 15 minutes, but anyhow, made one winding, not a wind. He wound it around a piece of pipe that was similar in size to the motor, or the old. And I used the old motor naturally over there. And anyhow, so he made that, but then he didn't make it long enough, so he started over, and I had him make it longer. And I took both pieces, and so what I've done is, and I don't know if you can see it or not, But what I've got is, there's an inner coil. I'm going to go up real close here. I'll kind of point to, let me get a screwdriver to point with. Right, this lead right here, that's going to be, that's an outlet, and that is a part of the inner coil, and this right here is a part of the top coil. So what I did was I got the bottom one big enough that it would fit over the motor. You can see the motor is down in there, the brand new motor. This is movable right at this point. It's loosey, kind of loosey-goosey, which I plan on using a one of these. I've already got it in the boat here. When I pulled the old one out, phone tie, I got a phone tie right here, and there's the other end of it. And when I pulled the old one out, I pulled a new one in, knowing that I was going to tie the ESC down the same as I did the other one. But I think I'll use one of these phone ties and somehow rig it up. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll epoxy, I don't know, maybe a piece of wire or something up here. Maybe I'll drill a hole. That's probably what I'll do. I'll drill a hole and then thread the phone, whatever you call it. Anyhow, lost my train of thought almost. Anyhow, the phone zip tie, and I'll run it through the back of the boat here, and then go in and probably just catch one of this top coil wherever I can find a place to slide it through that it's loose enough, and then I'll just cinch it back so that the coil stays back here. But anyhow, there is a inner coil, and then this is right here is one of the loops. Like I said, there's the outlet over here. Oops, that's the outlet for the inner loop, and this one way back down in here, that is the input to the outer loop. And anyhow, this is the first coil, a second coil, there's a third coil, and it goes around, and here's its end right here. What I've done is, as you can see, this right, I've actually, this piece of plastic tubing right here goes up and goes over, and it connects the two coils together. So then on this this is an inlet, and then maybe I called it an outlet earlier, but this is an inlet, and here's the plastic tubing going up, different sizes, but it's all stuck together. And then I got a piece of the original 3/8 inch copper tubing right here, and it's got a nice little bend in it, and I'll pick the boat up and show you where it goes, how I got it in there. And there's the copper tubing coming out of the boat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to epoxy that hole there, totally fill it up so that it's solid. And anyhow, then this is plastic tubing coming down, and I checked, it's not kinked anywhere, and it goes down. And what it's going to do is I'm going to epoxy. I'm probably going to put something right here under this tubing, and then epoxy the tubing to whatever I end up putting there. Maybe I don't know what it's going to be. And anyhow, there's an opening right there. So as the boat's moving forward, the water is forced through here, up, in, and comes into the coils, like I said, right there, zips around, comes out here, goes into the second coil, boomity boom all the way around, and then comes out of the coil, the second coil right here. And what I'll do is I've got more plastic tubing. I've got this size here, and then I'm using another size that fit. What I'll do is I got a piece of plastic tubing that just squeezes over this 1/4 inch, and then this 3/8 inch plastic tubing will squeeze over that 1/4 inch plastic tubing, and then I'll run that I'll probably make a loop. I'll probably just come out and make a loop right here, because this 1/4 inch stuff, it bends without kinking pretty easy, although the 3/8 inch kind of kinks. So that's why I'm using the 1/4 inch for the turns and everything, the bends. Anyhow, so then I'll come out right here and come around this way in a circle, and then I'll make another, I'll come around here, and then I'll make an outlet right over here on this side, kind of balance it up so that, and then I'll just have this under here, there'll be a hole, and it'll come out, and I'm just going to have it, I don't know, I may actually try to bend it and epoxy it to this thing right here and let it, I don't know if it's going to be powerful enough to shoot up in the air or not, but anyhow, I'll give it a chance, more than likely. But anyhow, that's where it stands now. So all I've got to do is epoxy this inlet, get it all tightened down the way I want it, and then I got to put the exit pipe here, come out. I've got to tie down the ESC. Got to put a piece of Velcro on this on-off switch. The receiver for the top qualifier transmitter over here, it's in place. I've re-put all these pieces of insulating stuff down. It's nice and tight, and that'll be it. So put the outlet tube, epoxy there, fix the Velcro on this, and that's it. I've already checked. This is what I'll do. Is I got to make certain that when I put this in, that it's over there kind of like that, because got to make sure, and it's just barely touching. It's just barely touching this tube right here. And if I can, maybe I'll mash that down a little bit. I don't know. I don't even know if I can or not. But I don't think. First of all, if it actually ends up touching, I'll just take some cup grease, and I'll put some cup grease right over that area, so it'll slide back and forth real easy. And with the zip tie on here, then if when I get ready to change the pinion, if we need to go down to the 16 tooth, then it's merely pull this pipe off right here, the plastic. It'll just pull right back. Or I can take it loose down here. Probably will take it loose down there so I don't have so much in my way here. I'll take it loose there, and then I'll take this, whatever the plastic is going to be on there, I'll take that loose, and then this actually will just slide off. Or once I get the motor, once I get the transmission unbolted, then this whole thing just kind of turns around turns around this way, and then comes right up and out of there. I've got to put these this I had to cut this piece of foam to. I needed room to maneuver that thing around. So, but anyhow, I will be able to change it without a whole lot of trouble. The other thing it did was it was kind of spreading apart this one outer loop, and so I just heated this area up real good and put a blob of solder in there. Actually ended up with about a big hunk, and not such a good solder job. And I figured out that what was there was apparently some oil on the copper tubing, and it just wouldn't take any solder at all. So I used a wire brush and hit the copper tubing, and then the solder started taking. So anyhow, it's a globby mess, but that's all right. It's holding those two coils together. So that's it. I'm going to post this to YouTube and send you an email telling you to go or asking you to go take a look at this, and then you can see exactly where we're at. So I'll be ready whenever you get back in town, and weather permitting. I don't know what time you get back, but touch base with me. I'll be home. And weather permitting, if this stupid rain gets over with, we'll take her down a round pond and do the thing. And I probably got the sea monkeys hanging up over here, and it's just itching to go flying, with its new dihedral the way it should be. And I got it all everything's a go on it. So I may take it down also, and if we get through messing around with the boat, we'll give that sea monkey a little shot too. So, okay, that's it. Oh, you wouldn't it wouldn't be a video without you seeing my smiling face. So I hope you had a good. I hope you have a good. If you listen to this video tonight, I hope you have a good swap meet tomorrow. And I'll see you. If not tomorrow, maybe you're tired or something. I'm bushed right now, but I've got a few things I got to do. But if we don't do it tomorrow, then Sunday. Maybe we look. Maybe we touch base sometime tomorrow afternoon. We'll have a prediction, see what the weather is, and maybe we'll just decide forget about it for today, and we'll go do it on Sunday. The only thing I do want to do, I do kind of want to see. Probably at least the last half of the Colts game. I'll work that in, or I'll record it and whatever. So anyhow, that's the end of the video, and I'm going to shut it off right now, and I'll be talking to you. Adios.